Hello everyone, our dear viewers of Wamuzi TV. Once again, we are privileged to bring for you a very good discussion of today. The other time we were discussing about politics of Sigalagala, and the results were out and things went good, we can say that, and also things went bad on the other people's side. Today I'm privileged, I'm having a guest of speaker who is a very good political analyst. So let me take you through this journey and hear what he's going to share with us. Let me allow him to introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much today. It's a very big privilege on my side to be hosted by Wamuzi TV. As usual, it's a media team that always access and go through many occasions in our country, because I've been a member and a follower of Wamuzi TV. So I've seen much of information, and I say congratulations. To my side, my name, I am Honorable Rachilo Felix, a bona fide member, bona fide student of the Sigalagala National Polytechnic and the building department. I was born in a family of politics, so I'm a politician. I like politics, no matter how many people say that it's a bad game or good, but I take it as politics because politics will never remain politics. Anything that can change politics right now, I don't see.
Oh, very much, sir, for the good introduction. Now in this politics of Sigalagala, we can say that it has finally come to an end. The results were out, and I want to hear your opinion concerning the results. Whether the results were genuine from the presidency up to the last one. Was it a fair, good election, and was it something that was conducted with a lot of transparency?
Yes. Thank you. Whatever I have to say, that I will tell you first, that college politics is just like the national politics. Because I always even tell my friends that even the president of our national polytechnic, national university, is just like the president, not even the governor. Because in a national polytechnic, we host different tribes. And the only person who hosts also different, and all tribes in a country is the president. So here also we host that. So I can link it to the national politics and tell you that the politics of Sigalagala has not ended. It's only that the campaign era, the election period, and the swearing in is now off, and the elected team are now set to start their work and work on the comrades' issues. But the politics is still there, because I know if you still go much and check in the Sigalagala walls, the online, whatsoever, you will still hear we blame somebody, oh, he's not doing this better. So politics are still on, because that is the politics. Yes. The politics is a matter of what you have at the table, what I bring in the table, what the opponents has. Then you will see who is not valuable of its own act. You see. So when the candidates select will be not delivering, the opponents will get time to fight them. That is now politics. When they deliver also positively, the opponent side will never miss something to talk about, because they still believe that there is another chance tomorrow. If I want to go back straight to the question that whether the elections was free and fair conducted, I can say yes. It's only that whatever thing that I cannot fail to acknowledge is that we are all humans. And whenever human activity is involved, an error must come. But with the interview that I did personally, with many that I've also talked about and discussed how it was, I think it was 90% well done. Yeah, but remember that is a credit. A credit begins at 60%. So when it's raised at 90, that election was fair. It was good. And I think from the presidential seat, whoever was elected, the president of the Sigalagala National Polytechnic, the deputy president, who is also my good friend ever long, up to the CS culture, it was well dedicated.
Wow.
And I give them a congratulations.
So, Mr. Felix, you say that the election was conducted very well and fair.
Yeah.
Now, the opposition side of the presidential seat, where this other man never got in the seat and decided now to go and file a petition concerning the ruling of that of the election. What can you say about that?
Yes, I can have a remarks to make.
Uh-huh.
Because personally, people can talk. And I've heard of some of the petitions. Like, for example, I heard that they were saying that there is a senior director in the elections who once said that, oh, a Luo can never rule in Sigalagala. But I can say that that is just a normal thought. Because if you play your game wise and you believe in the votes of the comrades, then you seek for the votes, you will automatically win. But I cannot say that they never did that. Perhaps I know they did their best. But the only reason that I made what I know, the only reason that I know made the opponent team not to win. I'm talking specifically for the second runners up. That was Honorable Noah Jackson.
Yes.
He did his best, and I was there very keenly following his movements of politics. I was also one of the advisors, closest advisors to him. Whatever thing that made him not to win was this is Luya land, and despite being this Luya land, the owner of the land personally agreed that they cannot be led on their land. Why am I saying
just a minute there, sir? Because I believe in 2011, I've been following the history of the school. There was a time that a Luo led in Sigalagala. So I don't know whether that one was the thing that made him also maybe to have the capability, maybe something that motivated him that he can also rule. Because when you say that Luo cannot lead Sigalagala, you know, it's like now something else.
I'm not joining hands to say that Luo cannot lead. Anybody is capable of leading in any institution, but we have got the period of times. You know, we have got let me say the centuries, the seasons. So you might find that when 2011, when we had, I think it's 2007, we had a Luo candidate in Sigalagala, maybe high chances was there, and perhaps there you might find that there was not so close relations between the Luyas themselves. They had no unity. So they lacked the opportunity of producing a qualified, bona fide student who will win.
Yeah.
And even as at now, we had 3 candidates. That was Rubia, the elect. We had Lanya, the second runner. Noah, the second runner up, and Lanya. Everybody here in the quality and positions of vying and winning. The only thing that happened, what I know, is that reasons that I was saying that the Luyas decided that they cannot be ruled on their land this season, this term, is because when you checked at the arena day, you know, arena always defines everything because it always happens a day to elections. So when you check on the arena day, even the Luyas accept, the owners of the land now, the Kakamega, because Sigalagala is treated in Kakamega land, they accepted the defeat and said that our candidate cannot. Remember, they had a candidate that was Lanya. So if it was a matter of the owners of the land, Lanya was to succeed. But personally, they knew and see that no, we are not going to make it. And because we are Luyas, they had their gods sat down, discussed ideas, and I think from that they decided to support the candidate Orubia. And that is the only thing that made them win. Otherwise, I may tell you this very prayer, that Noah was winning with a lot of votes early in the morning.
Wow.
If at all they could have entered the ballot, 3 people, bona fide. Lanya was there, Rubia was there, Noah was there, early in the morning. And Noah would have won.
That is well responded, sir. I'm happy the way I've responded to that question. On that day of now the election, the D-Day, now when the results were announced out, now everyone knew who has gotten the position and who have not gotten the position. I believe you also experienced what happened that day when the results were out. Now people were celebrating, and then there was an outbreak of we don't know how this fight began, but you are a Luo, I believe so, right?
Yes,
It was being said that the Luo people are the one who began this fight.
Yeah.
What can you say about that?
We were accused falsely. We were accused falsely because
Uh-huh.
I personally I intended to know why
Uh-huh.
and who personally would have begun this.
Uh-huh.
But the truth be told,
Mm-hmm.
once the declaration was done in the Tallinn Center,
Yes.
the commotion of celebrations of the winning team went out inside the blocks, the boundaries of the institution, and you understand there was an harambe that was held by the Boda team on the stage, and of which I even understand that they came earlier before and asked if at all the results would be out earlier enough. They requested the comrades not to interact their whatever their action or their harambe because they were contributing. They lost one of their member, I think. So when the commotion of celebrations left, the harambe was also on. Some guys, or I don't know, 5 of them of the harambe were just alongside the way with holding their fimbo, trying to block comrades not to reach them. Yeah, it was not personally with the information that I have and the research that I've done. They were accused falsely, and Luos had nothing to share with that. In fact, after the announcement, we had our candidate somewhere in an enclosed place. We were discussing of what is next. Yeah.
Wow, that is good. So, my viewers, ensure that you've gotten that one very straight, that it wasn't the Luos who broke the fight. Kindly, we stop spreading that rumor. So, sir, then there is other question. What made the president who was on the second run never got the seat? Because you were his personal advisor. Maybe you saw something and something and something that never made him got this seat. What can you say about that?
Thank you. Just like I told you when we were starting, that a political analyst has got no side. So the truth be told, the only thing that killed my candidate was pride. And the pride was not in himself. Personally, he was fit, well organized, humble enough, but the closest people had a lot. I know if I can mention by name, I can be terribly hanged, but I don't want to mention because I know they will understand. And even anyone political who is political upright can get me very well. That whatever thing that killed my candidate was pride. And the pride came from some senior-most and closest supporters. Like I hear that when we were at the Christian Union Church, I'm sorry to say that, but let the truth be told. Yeah, when we were at the Christian Union Church, I heard that when my candidate was there giving out a speech, a friend or a supporter was there wiping his face with money, which he ended up using the same money
to give
as a sacrifice.
Yeah. It wasn't
Truly,
a good
we
gesture
cannot
at all.
win.
That
we
is
cannot
true.
win. So I know my candidate is in the second year and maybe he might come again for the run-up. My candidate was well, and if it's just a matter of winning, he will have won. But the key thing also that made us not to win, we were overjoyed and we knew that the race was over 3. That was Lanya, Ruby, and Noah. And just as I've said, if at all the race would have been of 3, Noah would have won. Not knowing that there was a game behind the scene. The Luya nation had played a very wise game of killing Lanya and leaving Rubia to stand in his own. And that is why even after elections, the votes that were casted to Lanya, they seemed like a spoiled vote. Because the race was now of 2 people. That was Rubia and Noah. And personally, with my view and whatever thing I know, we could have not won. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So now we are almost winding up. Now I want to hear your opinion again concerning this president who have been elected. Is Michael Rubio qualified? Is it able, and does he have the capability to rule this Sigalagala National Polytechnic?
Based on my side, with the time that I've been in Sigalagala, I might answer you very positively to at times, then negatively also to a side. A person, a normal person, or a human being seeking for power will always be right to his people, because he knew whatever he deserves, he have to make it very clear and bring the information to the voters so that he can fish well. But when he has also fished it well and have been announced as a leader or elect, he proceeds to swearing in and now be the president of the institution. The problem now comes at this point. He will now fail or forget to deliver, or even forget for the personal ambitions, but only thinks, get pride of the power, of the title presidency. When you value your title, you will now start diminishing on your legacies that you need to leave, so that you can also keep to remember your title. You see, Rubia, or not even if Mheshimiwa Rubia, but anybody is capable of leading based on how he will conduct his activities and leadership with the members that is elected with. So what I know with Rubia, first, is a God-fearing, he's a Christian. So if at all he will go back, then realizes personally himself and understands better than no one, he can lead. Because he will now go back and dwell with the constitution and the academic policy that gives him rights and mandates, and even orders him in the roles that he needs to do, if not the additions of some that may uphold. So in terms of delivery, I know he's capable based in the constitution, he's capable enough, as long as he can forget about the pride of being the president and accept the leadership and accept being the president and deliver based on the president's docket. So I know he's going to deliver.
Wow, that is so good. Speaking positively on the new elected president, because you will find there are some people are saying that this man wasn't capable of this thing. Utapata wanasema amepewa tu kwa sababu tu and all that, but you have done well. Thank you so much, sir. Now we want to hear your overview of the election of Sigalagala. Maybe you can tell us something that you have noticed ever since you joined this school and the politics. Yes.
When I joined Sigalagala, I found Mheshimiwa Baraza as the president of the great Tsnp. He led it so well. He drove the school so well. I cannot say how he conducted his campaigns, but based on the PR or even the truth that I get, he was well decent, well dressed, well organized. He had a strong speech. He could fish votes in every way possible that a politician should use, because you can only think that it's only a game of mind, but it's also a game of the out view. They just don't elect. Huyu jamaa anakaa aje. So Baraza was a good leader. He led so well. He did all he could based on everything that he could. It's only that in his era, the constitution was not very clear and very open in some places, but at least he did something better that can be recommended and given a credit. After Baraza, we had Collins. The campaigns of Collins, I was here personally, and I was supporting a vice president that was a tycoon. I was also supporting a president who was Namwendwa. Namwendwa was my presidential candidate, a very good guy also. But the way he conducted his politics was very unfortunate, because no one knew if Collins would have won. up to the last minute. And that is why many people say that Collins was a project of the administration. I don't know why, but I will do research. But in the times there, the only person whom we knew would have won was Manoa. If not Manoa, then we had Namwendwa Jackson. Until they said that Farasi Ngapi, forgetting about Collins. But unfortunately, Collins emerged from nowhere and became the president of the great Tsnp, with Kiongozi as the deputy president, whom also did a lot in the constitution that none has ever done. Yeah, Kiongozi did a lot. He changed all many that he could resolve that time and limit, and he could not access all, but he improved in many. So the next election again we had was the latest was the outgoing president Mheshimiwa Emmanuel Wekulokea, whom I also was the PA in his activities, conducting of his campaigns, and even after elections, the closest friend ever until today. Also is going to vie for the MCA 2027. That's congratulations, wishing him all the best because I know he's capable. I can talk of Emmanuel Care, his era, and the era of Rubia, because now this one I'm well settled and I know now deep areas.
Yes.
Yeah, the campaigns of Emmanuel Care was very difficult, and it was not as easy as someone would have thought. But something that made to be yours will be yours. And he also win because he was a good fisher and he knew how to fish. He fished well in the associations. He fished well in the Christian Union. He fished well in the Muslim church. So he knew how to request for the votes and how to do it. So his campaigns were good. He did it better, and I think that his winning was just free and fair, and he deserved winning. Yeah.
Wow.
The latest that was done just a week ago, Rubia also did his best, and he had all the capabilities of winning again, because if you check on the most dockets that provide votes, including the Christian Union, he has been a member there. He acted as a 2-year general secretary in the church. He has been a director of the Christian Union, a Sunday school class. So he had to fish votes there. If you go back to associations, he was very well humbled enough. He had the support, being that here was now home again. Besides that, Alanya accepted the defeat before even moving to the ballot. So overview, he had to win, and I don't think that if somebody should just say that he never win unless much evidences are produced. But because I never seen until the swearing in, that is why I never talked even about the issues of the opponents who went to court. Because if at all they went to court, I will have the swearing in process would have been stopped. But it continued, and now Rubia is the president of the Tsnp, with Melvin Amlak as the vice president, and the protocols up to the CS culture. There is one thing that I cannot fail to acknowledge in the media team, and I know this might sound negative to my candidate. When I had a candidate, the council-elect, that was in the docket of the deputy president. I was supporting a very young, humble lady. She's called Melvin Amlaka. And I know she's very interacting. I even alerted her of this event that I'm going to host, and he told me that if I reach here, I tell the Sigalagala nation that no one knew how when he began this except the closest friends like me. Today, everybody is willing to know Melvin Amlaka, a lady who find a chance to defeat four guys strong enough.
That is true.
She told me to say that she's capable of delivering. She believes in the comrade still, not administration. And she's very, very ready to work closer with the opponents whom she managed to win against. Whoever is feeling to bring the ideas, because the ideas that they had in their campaigns are the same ideas that the comrade are also willing to be attained to. Is very ready to accommodate all. Let's come together, make the government stronger than before. Let's do something on our constitution. basically, even the academic policy, we can revisit it again, make changes in the docket of the welfare. Sorry, as the president has always said that I had one agenda, the comrades welfare. Is very ready to work much with the comrades welfare, so that Sigalagala National Polytechnic should not just go back to the grass where it is ending. We need to move forward.
Thank you, sir. Tell us where we can find you in your social media.
I'm very much available. I also only have one phone number. That is my number is Safaricom line at 0796968758 for any person who also will. At least we can share ideas, and even to the comrades who feels like they need to be assisted very closer to. Yeah, because I know and I believe that being that my candidate won, I'm in that council deep. They call it deep state. I'm there, and I'm not there for my pride. I'm there for the people who voted, and the people who voted are the comrades of Singalagala. Wherever thing that need assistance, we are there. Try Facebook. You will find me at Rachilo Felix, my official name. Just friend request. Let us make stories. I only have or in WhatsApp via my number. The rest, I'm not there.
It is well. Thank you, Bwana Felix, for having your time. Thank you for coming so much. We honor you, sir. Our viewers, thank you also for viewing us. Thank you for always subscribing to our channels and sharing and also liking. We believe that we are going to walk through this journey together. I've been your host, Prince Hosting, and always take care.